Welcome into Anime Plus episode 76. I'm Alex Spark 3. Hopefully you're having a phenomenal day, whatever day you're listening or perhaps watching this podcast. Over at our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Spark3. Give us a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and be a friend, tell a friend. We definitely appreciate that. Joining me as always, I got Zach here in studio. Zach, how you doing? How you feeling this wonderful Thursday?
I'm doing good. I'm ready to go. Quite an enjoyable week for me, at least in anime wise. So
I would have to viciously agree with you. It was a very good week. Lots of good conversations here today with all these episodes. I gotta say, I'm very immensely excited to talk about summertime rendering. Like these two episodes. Like I know we went on a break last week, so we try to avoid really talking about double episodes, whatever. It feels like a little too much. I gotta talk about some stuff from episode 8. This is a good week. Tomodachi Game stuff was great. Shield Hero was good. Spy Family was enjoyable. Forgot that happened in the manga with the Dodgeball game.
Yep.
Forgot about that completely. And Summertime was an absolute banger. Looking forward to chatting about all that. If you could, go check us out at our website, spark3.com. You can sign up for free, or you can sign up for $5 a month. Support us for it. We definitely appreciate that. As well as go follow us over at Twitter, at Anime Podcast. We definitely appreciate that follow. With that said, there are a couple things we need to air out right now. A couple things we need to chat about. Shout out to Josh, the body pillow. So Twitter was on something. Twitter was on something here recently. I've been saying this for a little bit now. Okay, I've been talking about this. Like, hey, I think this is real. I think this is a possibility.
Oh, this shit. Okay.
I got to talk about it. This is a big deal for me, ladies and gentlemen that listening to the show right now. Anime Plus episode 76, recorded in 2022 of June. It's possible Hitman Reborn might be coming back.
I really hope it's just like a new game that never makes it to the West.
No. Listen. No, this is real. Ladies and gentlemen, this is real. Hitman Reborn, my favorite series that I never stopped talking about, may actually get a reboot. I have been chatting about this for a while that I thought it'd be possible because there were so many shows that's gotten that reboots. You know, like the Shaman King got the reboot out of nowhere. Now a fucking sequel series out of nowhere too, where they're all grown up. Bleach, of course, making its comeback. Now let me stress, Bleach is on a whole different level than Hitman Reborn or Shaman King. That is a whole different level. That is one of the goats of anime. One of the Mount Rushmores of anime, as people may throw it up there. That's different. But like, there's so many shows that's been getting reboots in some capacity and coming back. And I was saying, maybe Hitman Reborn could get one. The studio that owned the rights, they're dead and gone and have been for years. And then there was that random Twitter account that opened up in February where it's just like, official PR account of everything Hitman Reborn anime related. It's just like, that's a red flag. That's something to talk about. And then, lots of rumors are circulating that it's actually coming back, that it's there's a reboot in the works. That's a big deal. I'm pumped. I'm very, very excited for that. Now, here's the thing, though. I just hope that it's done right. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of stuff in that daily life arc that I got to be honest, you could cut. Just cut it, in my opinion. It's part of
the canon.
I know it's part of the canon, but you can still cut it. In my opinion, you can still cut it.
It is the trueness that was the series. It was originally a comedy series.
I know.
Fuck off.
I know. I've read all the daily life. I've watched all the daily life. I've been there. I've done that. But like, as in the Hitman Reborn fandom, if you recommend people to like watch the anime or read the manga, there's actually a guide that we give people where it's like, skip this, watch this, read this, you're good to go.
And I call y'all trash because you cannot respect the original art, that what it was, and enjoy the entire content.
Listen.
Go fuck yourself.
Listen, it is enjoyable to a point, okay? I would say cut some of it. I would. That's my opinion. But, let's get to the good shit. Let's get to the really good shit. And then after that, it's just like, whether if you keep it or don't, just do the anime fucking justice. Don't do the bullshit that you did with the Future arc. A great arc that was just shafted in the anime, in my opinion. Those recaps were brutal. Those recaps were so brutal. I know there was one particular episode that legit had like an 8-minute recap. Like, bro.
I mean, some of them got very long.
Dude, like, it got ridiculous. And then, of course, animate the final 2 arcs. Yeah, which, in my opinion, are the best arcs in the whole series, especially the Simone family arc. Like, that is the peak fiction for me. So, I mean, hey, the comeback is, let's get it. I'm here for it. We're going to review it every single week. It's going to be fantastic.
No.
Oh, I will. Yes, sir. It's going to be amazing. In other news, lots of leaks out involving Dragon Ball Superhero. Have you seen that?
Nope. I don't care about Dragon Ball, so I haven't been watching.
I didn't know if you happened to see it in passing.
Not really, no.
Pretty interesting. I'm not going to obviously say what, but pretty interesting. I've seen the leaks. It's kind of hard not to at this point. My Twitter's engulfed with it. It's like my Twitter's engulfed with One Piece 1053 spoilers coming out this Sunday. Some very, very funny stuff coming out of that one.
See, I keep getting the notes for spoilers for One Piece chapters, but nothing else. I don't know why.
Yeah, looking forward to reading that chapter this weekend. That's going to be a fun one to read. But what about you? You got anything you want to chat about? You ready to jump into stuff?
I mean, I don't really got a whole lot. I mean, yeah, not really, because all I really get from Twitter is I follow one of the manga Twitters that just posts whenever new manga volumes of different series coming out.
Oh, did you see the big drama with Webtoon?
Which one?
Fair. Involving like the poster that Webtoon had published.
Yes.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was wild.
Yeah, so the people that didn't know, there was like some like big advertisement poster printed off for Webtoon, whatever, and it was something involving like it had the words where it's like it was basically calling comics as like a great side hustle. And like a bunch of authors are like, side hustle? What the fuck you mean?
That was, as soon as I saw that, I went, that's fucked.
Yeah, it's like that's just disrespectful, honestly. Yeah, that was an interesting one for sure. I don't think I got anything else. The only thing else I have to say is that, you know, obviously we're coming up near the end for this spring bunch here that we got. You know, your show Skeletonauts its final episode should be next week.
Yep.
Episode 12. Shield Heroes got 2 more episodes, 12 and 13. Summertime I've got for a little while. Spy Family's ending in a couple weeks. This Saturday should be episode 11. And then after that should be the final episode. Tomodachi Game. Episode 12 should be next week as well. So it's coming to a close. And I'm just going to go ahead and lay this out there for the audience. Lay it out there for the listeners. I am brutally fucked for summer. Brutally. Something me and Zach's been chatting about just how fucked I am for summer, because there's just like hardly anything in the summer bunch of anime that gives me any excitement. It's a lot of sequel seasons for shows that I've never checked out. I don't have a super. You're good. I mean, you got number one.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sad. I got plenty.
Number one, you got your meme. Your meme's not going anywhere.
It's still making it to summer. It's almost going 2 years straight.
Yeah, like you're good for a while, and then of course you got Overlord. You're good there, and I don't know what else you plan to check out. But
I mean, I got Classroom in the Elite season 2 finally after almost a year.
Yeah.
We got the prelude episode for Witch of Mercury.
Yep.
Gundam.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think that's all I really got.
Yeah. So basically, it's a possibility that Zach's going to have to carry hard in the summer, because all I have right now for sure is summertime rendering. It's going to go for 12, 13 more weeks, whatever. That's all I have confirmed. There's a couple shows I'm going to at least check out the first episodes for. Like I know Black Summoner's one. There's a couple others that caught my eye, but oh man, summer's going to be a rough one for me. Once we hit the fall, we're good. You know, we're going to be too good, honestly. We're going to have too much stuff, which, we've kind of also chatted about that we may break up anime manga, 2 separate uploads a week. One episode dedicated to anime and one episode dedicated to mangas. That's a possibility. We'll see that. I have had a couple people every once in a while be like, yeah, I'd like to hear you chat about more about the manga. I've heard that a couple times. So I would like to chat about the manga a little bit more. We're trying to be respectful of spoilers here, trying to make a nice collective community here in a single episode. But may break that up come this fall. We'll see. Got a lot to chat about. Just like we got a lot to chat about today. Where do we want to start? You want to start with Tomodachi Game? Because this shit's been wild.
I just want to share this real quick just because I'm strolling through. So it's not even related to anime, but it's a shot from Resident Evil 7. Is that right? Yeah, 7.
Biohazard.
Yeah, Biohazard. And it's just, there are 2 kinds of horror game players. Let's see if this will focus.
Might.
So it's the family at the table, and you got the real dark, and then you got the high contrast.
Yeah. Yeah. You may also have to refocus your camera. Just throw your hand up in front of it. Let it refocus. There we go. That's all right.
Fuck it.
He'll come back into focus eventually when he's on screen, But no, what you just showed, I am definitely that second player. I am that second player with the quarry. You bet you. Now I will say the quarry is very fucking dark. Like legit, when I was like, I had it.
It is actually very dark.
Like I had it like its normal level, and when I was playing it the other night, like the first chapter or whatever, I legitimately could not fucking see. Where I'm like, is that okay? Yeah, I can go that way.
The quarry is very dark. Like honestly, for me, I had to up its brightness just slightly. Yeah.
Yeah, we can get refocused.
Nope.
It'll refocus eventually. Maybe.
I did up the brightness initially a little bit, just because that game is fucking dark.
Yeah, it is.
And to the point where I was just like, fuck, I can't even play this with my light on. I just straight up turned my light on. I was like, that's better.
Yeah, no, dude, that game is dark as shit, like straight up. But yeah, we want to start with Tomodachi Game?
Sure.
All right, now I want to go ahead and say, since we took the break last week, right? I watched episode 10 on Monday, the day before 11 came out, and like with how it ended, where it's just like, and the winner of this friendly hide and seek game is, and naturally, as the watcher, Group C is gonna win, like like with how it just ended, with how it was all set up where he's caught and shit, and obviously you knew something happened off screen, but you didn't actually like. I actually went to go read the manga. I read that one single chapter. I'm like, nope, fuck this. I need to know right now how this motherfucker won. That's all I read. I didn't spoil anymore. But no, episode 10, came to a close to the friendly hide and seek game in beautiful fashion, where it's just like it all sets up, right? Where it's just like Yuuichi and, lost. He kind of lost his shit, which is kind of out of character, obviously.
Yeah.
So like I said, it ended where it's like, oh, who's going to win? It's like naturally, how Group C won, but how they won is the big question. There was a tease where you saw the captain beating the shit out of Yuuichi. It's like, oh, maybe that was how. No, it was big brain plays. I mean, I enjoyed it where it was just like went into details like, oh, Group C won, and I think his name was Ray, the redheaded kid who's the true mastermind. He's just like, wait, what? It's like, but we caught the hider. It's like, yeah, you did, but there's another way that you can win. Keep that in mind. And then the guy's like, sorry guys, I pressed the give up button.
And then he started beating up on
Yuuichi. Yeah.
Just starts hitting him. And Yuichi's just got that mad grin on his face, like, yeah, fuck you guys.
Yeah, it's like, I'll take this beating, whatever. So basically how he won is like, once everyone went to go find Tenji, right? And, secure the victory, he's sitting there in his still like in his panic mode. He's just like, hey, Harataro, I think that was his name. Yeah. It's just like, is anyone around? He's like, oh, no, I think they all left. He's like, all right, good. It's like time to get to work. It's like, this is the worst possible outcome for you.
Yeah. Harataro's like, what? And he's just like, my win's been guaranteed ever since you joined my side, so it's not the way I wanted to do it, but sorry.
Yeah.
So he more or less calls the captain, and he's just like, I need you to push that give up button. And I'm just like, why the hell would I do that? It's like, all right, as long as you don't, I'm just going to keep punching Harataro. And he just starts hearing smacking.
Yep.
And he's just like, you're not really hitting Harataro. He's like, oh, do you want to hear him speak? He ungags. And he's just like, it's fine, Captain. He's not actually hitting me. And the entire time, Yuichi's just counting every time he punches him.
Yep.
The Cap's like, you're not going to break me. Sorry, Harataro. He's like, all right, fine. I heard y'all are part of a basketball team. What would happen if I started breaking fingers? Y'all need like that fine touch or whatnot. And he's like, you would never. He's like, oh, would I? And he just hears the other side, Haru's what are you doing? I'm gagging you, mate. And he's just sitting over the phone, and you just hear a...
Yeah, and the captain's like, no, he didn't actually break. He's like, no, wait, I know that sound because he got hurt.
Yeah.
So he's like, he knew that sound. He's like, no, you didn't. He's like, I'll break another one. It's like, you better press that button. Another one's about to get broke. But then in reality, he didn't actually break one of his fingers. He broke one of his own fingers.
Yes.
Shout out to him. But then there was that moment where Tenji's like, oh yeah, you're actually a good guy, and Yuichi's like, man, if he didn't press that button, I was really about to break one of his fingers. He was thinking that to himself.
He's just like, I could deal with the pain once, but I don't know if I could have done another on myself. And it has a nice moment where the other team's walking away after they've reconciled, after everything's come out in the open, and it just shows them a nice moment of them as a team. And Tenji just going, you didn't break their relationships, like you said. You're just like, yeah, not exactly how I expected it to go.
Yeah, I also like the little interaction between Maria and Yuichi as well. It's just like, so you know who I was? Oh, yeah, I knew that all along. That's also why I didn't feel guilty pushing you off the cliff.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
Episode 11 was pretty solid as well because it's starting to kind of come to light because now they're before game 4. They're like given a chance to go out and be free for a little bit, but you better not say a fucking word or you're going to get in fucking trouble. Shit's going to be fucking bad. And we find that out in this chapter because Shibi talked. Shibi? Yeah, Shibi. Yeah, he talked. And now his dad's dead.
Yep, his dad's dead. He's being arrested for murder. But backtrack a little.
Yeah, let's backtrack a little bit.
So the rest of the gang, while those two were starving, went ahead and were sent out in the world. And they went back to school trying to be all nonchalant, and everyone's just like now like Sagawara?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Shio.
Yeah. They're all suspecting her of stealing the money. Then Shibei tries to step up when they're like, "You're an accomplice." And Shibei being trying to be all Shibei is just like, "You know how rich I am, fucker?" It's like, "I'll pay for the 2 million yen. Shit, that's barely anything." And of course, by doing this, he ends up revealing, we're assuming, telling his father about what's happening and why he needs the money and whatnot, which leads to Shibei's father being killed and him being pinned with the murder. But all this happens after, we get told this after Tenji and Yuji go back to school only to find the classroom's empty because they came in early. And
Kokoragi.
Yeah. Kokoragi. She's there trying to clean a desk, which has the writing actually you see in the opening scene of Crook, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think is on. They never address it, but they think Shiho's desk.
Yeah, Shio's desk.
And more or less saying Shiho's disappeared. Shibei's gone for the last couple of days. She doesn't know what to do. All this fun stuff, and then they hear about some kids running in. It's like, "I'm surprised y'all aren't Shibei's. Have you not heard?" It's like, "No." Then we find out all this shit about the death, and one night they get there, Shibei's being taken away. Tenji realizes the cop taken away is the same one who is Shiho's father.
Yep.
Who was also in charge of the case that involved his father being killed. And knew shit was bad.
And left on, nice little threat there where it's just like, stay out of this, whatever. Whatever he said to Yuuchi and Tenji is basically stay out of this.
Yeah,
unless you know what's good for you.
Because they tried to talk to Shibei and he stepped in the way. He's like, "I can't tell y'all anything. It's best y'all keep y'all's nose out of it. If you better." And Yuuchi's just like, "Go right ahead. I don't got shit I care about."
Yeah, so I don't have a mom. I don't have a dad. It's like, with his sick demonic smile, he's like, "Go ahead and give me your best shot, bro. I'm going to take all you guys down," or whatever he said.
And then with that, after saying that, Kokuguri followed them, and Yuji takes the initiative, just starts being a piece of shit to her.
Yeah, complete prick.
To try and push her away, which ended up backfiring. Because
did not work.
After all that, she cries, she goes away, him and Tenji are hanging out, and they get a nice call from an unknown caller, which is Mambu.
Yep.
And Mom was just like, "All right, special game time. So you really have nothing you care about?" And he just sends him a picture of Kokorogi, and he's just like, "Come to this spot alone. If anyone else shows up, fuck it." He's like, "Game's simple. You either show up or you don't. And depending whether you show up, if you show up, you can get to deal with the punishment. If not, she gets to deal with the punishment. It's whichever one will break first.
Yeah,
Your choice."
Yeah, and it's a little twist of like, if you don't show up, she'll get the punishment, but the punishment she's gonna get is not gonna be anything like what you're gonna get if you show up. So there's that little twist to it as well. So it's just like, hey, you could choose not to come. She'll get punished. Won't be that bad, but she'll get punished. Now they say it won't be that bad, but it's gonna be bad. And then it's just like, but if you show up though, just so you know, your punishment's gonna be 10 times worse than what hers would be. Just so you know.
Yeah. And then it ends with him hanging up the phone, and we get a last shot of a group of guys and some guy with a fucking knife who, in one fell swoop, just cuts all of Kokori's clothes straight in half from blouse to underwear, just straight down.
One shot, one slash. Whoop.
And that's the last shot.
Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped for the next episode. I'm pumped to see how it's going to end because the next episode, of course, is the last one, episode 12. I say that and then watch. I could pull.
It might be a 13 episode.
I could pull a God of High School here and be dead ass determined that it's ending on 12, and then it's gonna be actually 13.
I don't.
Shit,
no, God of High School was 13. It's your imaginary Noblesse episode.
Yeah, it was Noblesse. That's what it was.
If you're gonna fuck this up, at least fuck it up right. God of High School, you got right. Noblesse is your imaginary episode 13.
There is no episode 13 is real. You can look it up. It's a thing. You're just in denial.
I'm not in denial. It wasn't a thing.
Now, see, the thing is about this long meme between you and I is that still to this day, I have no idea if you watched episode 13 just to spite me and continue with the meme, or if you watched it and you're just going along with it, and I don't want to know the answer. I'm happy knowing not knowing the answer.
If you really want to say it's 13, I guess we can add the weird OVA thing that they did years ago as episode 1.
No.
The series ended with Bright entering that empty ass room.
No. Again, I'm just going to assume you didn't watch it and just you're sticking to the bit. That's going to be my assumption. I don't want to know the answer, though. But no, back to the point with Tomodachi Game. I'm very pumped for next episode. These past few episodes have been absolutely fire, in my opinion.
Yes, they have been very good.
Hitting on all cylinders, and I am so excited to see how this ends, to the point that I may actually pick up the manga afterwards. Like I said, I read one single chapter because I had to know. At that moment, I was like, the episode came out the next day, whatever. I need to know now. I'm reading this chapter. I might read the manga. I haven't decided yet.
I'm probably going to pick up the manga once the season ends, just so I can continue it, seeing as unless they announce at the end of this episode, the next episode, that a season 2 is coming.
Man, if season 2 comes this fall, I'm going to be very, very upset.
I was about to say, I wouldn't know more unless I wouldn't found one like the live actions or movies, which I assume goes further, but I would have to look into that.
Yeah, probably. No, I mean, there's a good chance I'm going to pick up the manga afterwards. Manga's been done for a while, obviously.
Yeah, it's been done for a long time.
So, I mean, I might go ahead and pick it up because it's not like I'm not going to watch fucking anime when it comes out. I mean, you know, we've both, well, we're not currently caught up, kind of fell out, but we both pretty much read and caught up with 2 Year Eternity season, you know, for that series, whatever. We're still going to probably watch season 2 this fall. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll eventually go back to whatever was going on with chapter 199.66782.
Let me go pull this up right now. Okay, I addressed this not long ago. Like, this author needs to chill. He needs to stop. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm pulling up the manga right now. All right. Like, here we are for all right, like, bro, like 153, 153.5, 153.75, 154, 154.5, 154. 154.75, 155, 155.2, 155.3, 155.4, 155.5, 155.6, 155.7, 155.8. What are we doing? Jesus Christ. And then it finally gets to 156. But then 156 is a 0.2. And then after the 156.2, I guess he changed his mind and he didn't want to go further because then it goes to 157. And then, like the ordering here, the patterns, it doesn't make sense. Like I said, let's dial it back a little bit. 154, and then it goes 154.5, and then 0.75, and then 155 has the 0.2, 0.3. I don't know, man. This author's out of control. He needs to be brought in. He needs to be reeled in a little bit. He's gone too far. One day we'll catch up, though. One day. I don't know. Kind of lost a lot of interest in that series with where it went.
It's because we were getting chapters that were nothing but exposition.
Yeah.
But it was like it was like listening to like a really old person because they'd start the exposition and they'd cut you off and they'd fall asleep for a week. Then they'd wake back. It's like, where was I?
Basically. But yeah, pumped for Tomodachi Game. Absolute, just phenomenal anime for this season. I've really enjoyed it. Beginning to end, I've just thoroughly been hooked on this. Let's hop over to Shield Hero. Shield Hero was pretty good past couple episodes. You know, we had the katana vassal weapon choose its wielder, being Raphaelia, of course.
Yep.
And she grew up because of that.
Yeah, the sword just went like,
you need to be bigger.
your body's not right.
Yeah,
Why are you small? You shouldn't be small. Yeah. Let's fix that.
Let's grow you up. So she got grown up, got a nice little glow up, as well as with like a nice new outfit. Just happened to be in the right place at the right time, you know, true anime fashion.
Meets some shrine maiden, and he goes, I'm going to strip you.
Yep, just strips her down. It's like, oh, but I'm actually the person who my family's always served the katana, you know, vassal here. It's like, oh, well, that's convenient. It's like, oh, here, take this. So it's like, okay, cool. And then it's like the moment she gets that on, she's like, now I'm a badass. Let's go.
Like,
well, she was already a badass.
She was already a badass,
Yeah.
but we didn't address the fact that she has all these sudden new techniques in her mind.
Yes.
I'm assuming that came from the sword when it did its upgrade over, and I'm just like, oh, so now she's just doing high-level blade techniques all of a sudden? Just like, the fuck?
Completely fucks that dude up. Completely.
Yes.
You don't see it till the next episode, but like she does like the whatever mist blade that she did, and she's just like, I would recommend you do not move. And you just see like the white slash on his chest and just kind of leaves it at that, whatever. But in the next episode, when we follow back up with it, he moves and everyone's like, oh no, don't move it. He just fucking just splits it in half. It's like, damn, Raphaelia, it's like cold ass bitch. No, the Katana episode, solid, enjoyed it. Got the nice reunion at the end, you know, between Raphaelia and the gangs. That was nice. Then we hop over to the latest episode, which is 11, that just came out the other day, where it was also a good reunion episode because this is the reunion between Kazuna,
Yeah.
hunting hero, fishing rod woman.
Kazuna and her group of Lark,
and
Arisa,
Glass and stuff.
Which at the end of the Katana Hero, they do meet up. It's just it does a full reunion of them because they get on the boat vassal ship. He ports them away to apparently Lark's kingdom because he's apparently the young king.
Yeah.
That we find out.
Enjoyed that interaction as well. The back and forth between him and Naofumi. It was just like young master. She's like, well, don't call me that. Well, don't call me lad.
And they just keep it up the entire episode. And we just get a overall, for the most part, just an interaction of the episode with them, just going through the town, getting new items and whatnot, having Kazuna's interaction with her version of the blacksmith and her group, them all coming to an agreement of just like, we're going to ally Kazuna more or less, chiding everyone for thinking that killing Naofumi and the other cardinal weapons of a different world would save any world.
Yeah.
And her just more or less going to Naofumi. It's like, we're going to find a way. If I can't find a way, I'm going to search again.
Right. Yep. I did enjoy that moment quite a bit where she's basically like in the most like, basically, you know, when you read between the lines, basically said, why the fuck did you think that was going to work? It's like, why would that work? You know, I like that moment where she just lays it out there and they're all like, oh, yeah, I guess you're right. I did like that moment quite a bit. That was solid.
Yeah, it was very enjoyable. And then even when they're walking to the town, now Fume and Lark's having their moment and everything, and we get the interaction with, I forget her name, but some green-haired
someone
girl
who's a fan of Rio.
Well, she's the childhood fan of Kyo.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
And she, more or less, Kyo's just like, I need to deal with them, but I don't have time for it. And she's like, well, let me deal with it. I'll go fight them. And she's one of those musclehead, airheaded characters. She's just like, I'm going to go attack them. But then I'm going to complain when they all start fighting me, even though I'm attacking them.
Yeah, it's like, oh, how dare you all gang up on me. It's like, you attacked us first. Like, what?
And it was just funny with her just, do y'all feel the need to fight me one-on-one? And as Risha's going to attack, she's like, you know, that does sound right. And they're just like, Risha, shut, don't listen to her. She attacked us.
Yes. Like, she attacked us first. Take her out, man. Jesus.
Only to come out, realize her having to stop her from dying because the sword she was given by Kyo was some parasitic weapon, which tried to consume her. But through the works of our hunting hero, who can't cut any person, but only monsters in the crew, they managed to take the weapon off her, throw it in the air before it explodes, saving her. Kazuna does her weird interrogation of just showing, hey, we're the same, you and me. I'm not an enemy. You're a friend. Here's some tea.
Tea makes friends.
And then also showing a little hint that Kazuna had two other party members at some point. Because there was a frame where it showed a picture where two people's faces were blurred out.
Oh, yeah, I noticed that little
glare.
detail. Yeah, when I was watching, I actually stopped and took it back a little bit. I'm like, that's how okay, yeah, that's what they did. Okay.
Yeah. And all that fun stuff. And just had a nice interaction between Kazuna and the other girl of them just coming to terms after the other girl saw how much hatred Naofumi had, talking about Kyo and what he had did and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Only to go to the next day, then go back to the shop and collect their new items. Naofumi has a new cape, which is nice for him. Raftelia's got a sheath for her vassal weapon. And that chicken suit that Riche used has now been turned into pajamas for Philo. So Philo is now wearing a version of herself as pajamas.
It's adorable.
It's also quite disturbing when you really think about it.
It is, but it's still adorable.
It also did reveal that Philo is not very tanky in this world. She's very much more been support typed.
Yeah.
But the pajamas are supposed to help with that.
Kind of balance things out. Kind of bring it back to how she was, sort of thing.
And then finally reveals Kyo's whole plot of he's trying to start waves in their world. Not stop them, start them.
Yeah, which when it was at that end as well, like the group that's from that world got transported away from like Naofumi and stuff.
Yeah, doing the wave teleportation.
Yeah, they were like right in front of his lab, I think.
Yes.
So only a couple episodes left here. Now this is the portion where I don't know what happens because I stopped reading before even the Katana Hero thing. Mm-hmm. So we're in completely new territory for me. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it kind of all plays out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch because I assume because of how the waves work, unless they're dead, we should hopefully get a glimpse at the other cardinal heroes of this world.
That is true. Yeah.
Unless
I don't remember what they are.
Unless this is just going to be a real weird wave just because Kyo was forced it to happen.
Right.
And then them just slightly throwing in hey, this is a multiverse, guys. I was like, these waves are just opening up portals to other worlds and dimensions.
What about Spy Family? And like I said earlier, I totally forgot this happened.
I did it. It's just super dumb.
The dodgeball game.
Yeah,
I totally forgot this happened.
It's just one of the children chapters, and just they have a dodgeball game in PE, and all of them think because children being children, a rumor starts, or someone just says something and it becomes a rumor, and just like, well, there's a rumor that if you become the MVP, you're gonna get a Stella Star, which all of them are trying to do to become a scholastic scholar.
Yeah.
So it becomes a thing of Damien having a training arc, which is true children fashion of them doing stuff on the playground, but in their heads it's something magnificent,
like climbing the mountain.
Yeah, like climbing a mountain, but it's just a bunch of jungle gym bars.
Shout out to the Dragon Ball Z reference. Enjoyed that one. Yeah, where he was catching a tire, but like what the reference was is that it showed Damien on Namek catching a Frieza ball. So that was a nice reference. I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Then Anya, she gets trained by Yor, of course, naturally. Yor being our very physical parent, even though she doesn't want to admit it because she assumes if she admits it, they're going to find out that she kills people.
Yes, because that naturally that's what people assume when you find out someone's very physical and active.
Yes.
It's like, are you a murderer? It's like, oh no. I mean, she could easily just play it off. No, I just work out. But no, the first assumption, they're going to find out I'm a killer.
But Yor, she wouldn't be able to do that. So she naturally takes Anya through a Rocky-esque training montage of doing exercises and whatnot, practicing how to throw a ball and all this fun stuff. Of course, naturally, whenever Yor does it, it's a freaking death ball that would definitely kill somebody.
Oh, 100%.
Just bouncing off all the trees and breaking them apart straight up, splitting a little pond in half, like just splitting the sea. Then we have our extra character for the episode.
Yep.
Billy.
Yep.
Who
is a grown-ass man.
Is apparently a 6-year-old child who's the size of a high school student.
Yes. Yes, he is ripped. He is tall. Like this is a grown-ass man, like up front.
But he's straight up a 6 years old.
6 years old.
Because he even has a flashback moment of him training to get ready for this dodgeball tournament, and his father, who's some, I guess, general or commander in the country, is just like, Billy, my son. And you see him, and he's up to his father's like legs, and you're just like, and you have to think in retrospect, it's like, damn, that's a giant parrot. It's like, that son's only there to him. Like, god dang.
Yeah. You have that extra character for the episode where he's just like an absolute menace and he excels at every sport. So like one single throw perfectly knocks out multiple kids in dodgeball. Just like boom, boom, boom. It's like, oh no, it was all calculated. Every throw that I make, I know exactly what I'm doing.
Then he's got his special move where he just grips the ball and throws it like a knuckleball.
Yeah.
And then Anya being Anya, she's got her mind reading, so she's just mind reading him, just seeing where he's going to throw him. She's just like, whoop, whoop. Don't worry, this one will get you when you swerve. You mangy one doesn't move.
Yeah.
And of course, we have our old instructor who's been punished to teach the grade schoolers for everything. He's just like, the way she dodges, such elegance.
Yeah, and we had the nice moment between Damien as well and Anya where he took the ball for it. It's a nice like epic moment again where he's like trying to fight back the ball. And then the best part is because again I forgot this whole thing happened. Even watching it, I'm not ringing any bells. And Anya's gearing up for her ultimate shot. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna totally just fall flat, isn't it? Like it's just not. It's
a whole
beautiful animated scene.
Build-up finishing attack.
Yes, a beautiful animated scene. Like it's something like you would see like All Might do from My Hero, like his ultimate punch, whatever, like a United States of Smash, or the punch that he did versus the Nomu in season 1, or it's like Saitama's serious punch. Like, it's super beautifully animated. It's like, Anya's shooting star, whatever, and then it's just like out of animation, back to normal, and you see the ball just boop, just
Chapter 15.
There you go. Yeah, see, I legit did not remember this was a thing. But yeah, just completely falls short. It's just like a silence moment, all still the same sequence. Billy just picks up the ball, just throws it, just pegs her in the face.
Billy.
Bro, I'm telling you, this dude is unbelievable. No, the episode was hilarious. Like, beginning to end, absolutely enjoyed it. Had a great time watching it. The one thing about this episode as well that I saw a little bit of chatter about from people that's only watching the anime is like just how much Twilight took a backseat in this episode. This happens a lot.
It's very common after we get past the initial stuff.
Yeah. Because like the point of the show is like, while Twilight is technically the protagonist, like this show does really well making all three the protagonists, as they should be. Twilight, yes, he is our primary protagonist by like a small percentage, but that's the thing, just by a small percentage. Everyone, all three of these characters are like major characters, because like there's a lot of chapters where it's like it is literally just kid chapters. Yeah. Like it's focused strictly on them. You don't see Yor and Twilight at all.
I was about to say, there is quite a few chapters that just takes place in the academy, and then just Twilight doing Twilight things. Yeah. It's actually, Yor actually got put on the wayside for a long time up until like
the boat.
The boat arc we got right before the anime came out and everything. And just like even now in this manga itself, it's actually showing more of the world itself rather than just the family and their environment.
Yeah, because we're showing the world itself. We just got Twilight's backstory recently, which were phenomenal chapters, by the way.
Yes, they were.
And that was more like showing the world, like what he's obviously it's his backstory, but
he's experienced,
but it's a lot of like what's going on in the world currently. So,
and how he met Frankie.
That's true. And then like the most recent chapters, once again, all of our main characters took a backseat. Yeah, it wasn't about any of them,
because it was actually about Twilight's organization. What they do whenever Twilight's not around.
Yeah. No, that's the beauty of this manga. The manga does really well cycling between our three characters, as well as showing other portions of the world, not just completely making it everything about your protagonist nonstop. What do you want to talk about? Next up is your two.
Skeleton Knight.
It's about to end. Next week's last episode.
Yes, it is. Next week is the last episode. So Skeleton Knight, we have reached the guy who, I'm assuming based on how it's doing and everything, has been controlling monsters and whatnot, and has been sort of the one using all the monsters with the black red rings in them, causing them to become violent and whatnot. So Ark and Ariane, I always forget her name. I can never remember her name. They get to the town they're going to where the elves are supposed to have been taken away, and they start investigating all this whatnot. And it has a small side story of them investigating stuff, and Ark saving a woman who was about to get kidnapped, and Ariana showing up with the woman sort of hugging on Ark, thanking him. She's just getting really mad and jealous, and her just not being aware that she has a thing for Ark after all this time and stuff, and just being jealous, and Ark just being like, why are you so prickly? She's like, I'm not. She walks away, and she's like, but I think you are. And more or less it just keeps that up as a joke and everything, until they finally assault the castle and whatnot. And so they go to attack the castle, and it's just having a funny moment where it's just like, all right, we're going to go. They start on a cliff. She jumps down. Ark just teleports down. By the time she gets down there, he shows up. As they're sneaking in, she's just running across rooftops. He's just teleport. It was just an interesting contrast to just all of them. Of me just being a guard thinking, if I saw that, just like, I don't see the elf lady running across the building, but I just see a suit of armor that just sort of appears, look away, and it's gone again, and just like, the fuck? They get in, they break in, they find a bunch of cages and whatnot, smell a beast. Eventually get down in the caverns, and the guy's just like, who the hell are you guys? And just like, oh, fuck it. You look like a hot woman. You're mine now. And more or less he tells her command to get rid of the rust bucket. She starts attacking Ark. Ark's is confused, like, what are you doing? You're attacking the wrong person. And just chills like, nah, it's all good. She's doing what she's supposed to do. And he's like straight thug, sort of just lazing about. He's a ringmaster. He doesn't fight. Arc eventually realizes she has like some gremlin an incubus in her hood that snuck in there. Ponta grabs it. He kills it. She's like, damn, man. That was my creature. That was my favorite pet. And all this fun. He reveals, well, I'm yada yada beast tamer. Beast sorcerer. He's a beast tamer. Or monster sorcerer is what he says. And he has all these monsters under his command. He starts having them fight Arc and whatnot. She's out of the game because of whatever happened. She's training, sets her aside. Arc's just doing Arc things, obliterating everything just because he's overpowered. And in the moment of desperation, when she's about to be attacked and he can't help her, Ninja Squad reappears. All of our ninjas who he hated have shown back up, save the day, crush all the monsters. And Arc's just like, what are you doing here? It's like, she didn't tell you? I said we were going to catch up. It's like, oh, you're the informant that learned about all this. They finish it up, wipe out his monsters, and he's just like, I guess I was late getting dinner done. His big monster, who it's been hinting at the whole episode, just in the shadows, finally comes out, and everything and bursts open from the ground. They escape, and it's a Hydra. And now it's getting ready for them to fight a Hydra in the last episode.
Okay.
Yes.
And now it's time.
So, for me to talk about this episode of Dragon Quest, I got to go back to the previous episode. Because in the previous episode, we had the fight of the King chess piece attacking Hadlar and him. Him's down for the count. He's been wounded, all this fun stuff. And the King guy has a King vision that's more or less like a game screen. He's a scanner. He scans Hunkel's like, oh, you only have 21 health. I can kill you. All this fun stuff. He has his chess pieces go beat on Hunkel, and Hunkel just being like, it just doesn't hurt. It's different. It's different from him. Just taking all the hits. Guy calls back his minions. One doesn't come back. Hunkel, with his just straight fist, destroys an Orichalcum soldier. And the guy just be like, that can't be right. Scans him. Ha! You only have 1 HP left. Just a single scratch. Get him again, boys. And Hunkel just dodging, punching, destroying things in one hit and just be like, this can't be happening. And Hunkel just going on about how they have no soul. They can't be as strong as him or the others. Being a giant edgelord. Eventually the King's just like, King's Archive! He has a database in his head and it's just going through all the footage from the anime of just like, where's Hunkel's weakness? Where's Hunkel's weakness? Ah, there it is. He's just like, I found your weakness! He grabs him, throws him over the bridge. Hunkel, naturally, he's not a heartless edgelord anymore, goes to save him. And he grabs him, and he can't let him go, so the King guy just starts pounding on Hunkel and everything. And as he's about to do the finishing blow, spear to the head. The spear Hunkel threw away a couple episodes. Spear to the head and just going, the guy just going, dunk? That doesn't sound right. And from the grave, Edgelord 3 returns.
Oh, no.
Ladhart, the guy Hunkel fought and claimed the spear when they fought Barham's 3 dragon commanders, has returned from the fucking grave to save the day. I just went, fuck you, series! And I was like, fuck it. Nobody's dead. Fuck it. Bring Barham back. I saw his goddamn soul get taken by a dragon, but fuck it. He'll show up.
Yeah, he'll be back.
So Edgelord 3 shows up.
Just like Dragon Ball, no one dies.
Yes. Well, I technically Edgelord 2, because him is Edgelord 3.
Okay.
Well, actually, technically him's Edgelord 4. Because what's his face? The fake hero dude, he was Edgelord 3. But whatever. He shows up and he saves the day. He offs the King guy. Now we get to the actual episode, where we have the meeting of the 3 edgelords. Hunkel and Ladhart have a whole moment where Ladhart more or less is just taking the torch from Hunkel. He's just like, you've gotten soft, Hunkel. Is this the person who I left Barham and young Master Dio to? Because for anyone's forgotten, Dai's real name is Dio. Go figure.
I definitely forgot.
Yeah. And all that. Yeah, this whole moment, and he stabs a spear, which looks like he's going to kill Hunkel, but it's actually right next to him. It's just like, the warrior Hunkel is dead. I'm going to take my spear. And he runs off. He does a whole transformation scene. He runs off to the castle. Him's being all sort of moody. She's like, why do I feel left out? Like, you guys have a thing. Why don't we have a thing? And as he watches Ladhart run away, she's like, yeah, we got business to finish once I heal up. Then I'm going to fight his ass. Why are you ignoring me, Hyunkle? Hyunkle? And he's just laying up against the bridge like he's dead and everything. I was like, bullshit. If he's actually dead, I'd be very surprised. The Red Crocodile and Chew show up. She's like, what's happened here? And Tim's just like, he's finally resting. He can finally rest. And they have a sad moment. I was like, fuck off. I don't believe you. Then we go back inside. Dai and the crew are facing Mr. Vern, and Mr. Vern just being like, no, it's over. That idiot king was just really dumb. He's probably dead now. But oh well. I'm going to kill you all. Avon shows up and just like, they're all like, Avon! Mr. Vern's like, all right, you're here. Let's fight. Now he's just like, yeah, we'll fight. And from nowhere, Clover shows up with a scythe, grabs him. And they're all like, oh no, Master! And he's just like, no, fight Mr. Vern. I will deal with this. Mr. Vern going just like, fucking hell. Avon gets taken away to a special place where it's a duel zone. Him and Kilvern are going to duel. One can only leave once the other one's dead. Kilvern goes on a whole thing. It was a hard time finding which mask. I really liked that mask. But it took a long time finding a mask which was the same. And it's literally just the same mask with just a frown. Like the old drama sign, he had the happy one, and now he's got the angry one. And Avon just being, that's fitting. Let's fight. They have a whole talking moment. I honestly don't remember what they talked about, but they eventually decided they're going to fight. They didn't start fighting, but they're going to fight. And that was it. The biggest thing was just the meeting of the three edgelords.
All coming back.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Fuck you, series.
Like, literally, whenever they brought Ladhart back, I was just like, why do I even care?
It's like, why does it even matter? Oh, man. All right. Finishing up with summertime rendering. I got a lot to chat about here. Let me tell you. Episode 8 and 9 were phenomenal in multiple ways. I really enjoy these episodes quite a bit. I also want to give a special shout out. I thought this was pretty neat. Neat little fun fact. The website that I'm watching it from apparently supports mini players.
Oh.
I didn't know that. The episode 8 was ending, and I was going to just close out whatever, and I just kind of, bring it back full screen. I'd just go hit the home button, and all of a sudden it pops out in mini player. I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat. So shout out to that website. But no, okay, so episode 8, where we left off, just to refresh, we did take a break last week, is, Shinpei is trying to repeat every actions of the original loop. So he is currently cooking the curry. So this is still like the second night that he's there. So he's at home cooking curry, trying to, and she's there. Urshiro's there.
Dead girl just shows up and is like, hey, that smells good.
Yeah. Yes. So we are there at that point. So as like the others, Alan, it's like the father figure, and Mio, whatever, as they're coming home, Urshiro's like hiding behind the counter. Okay. Yeah. So first off, the reason I love this episode is 2 reasons. Number 1, we did get some pretty dope action in the episode. That was cool. Number 2, beginning to end was just pure comedy. Like, the comedy was there, man. So like the one thing this episode did really well is, and I'm immediately going to highlight this series for doing it, but so many series do this. Let me stress this. It's just the first one that comes to mind. So you know how like with Dr. Stone, I know you've only really read the manga, but you know how like Dr. Stone in like really dumb, silly moments really go over the top with the facial expressions? Yes. That was this whole episode with Shinpei, nonstop. Just multiple moments of Urshiro doing some dumb shit was multiple moments of him just having a freak out face, and they were just hilarious. Gave me some big Dr. Stone vibes with it. And I know other series do it too. So like, he's sitting there trying to cook the curry. Mio and Alan are there in the room, whatever, and Urshiro's hiding right here, right here behind the counter, and he's sitting there talking to him, whatever, and he kind of shows a note to Urshiro. It's just like, hey, Alan's about to go to his room in 5 minutes. Mio's about to go to the bathroom in this many minutes, because again, he's been through these loops, whatever. He's like, at that moment, go to my room. And she's like, got it. You know, sticks her tongue out and like winks and stuff. And he's just like, and he thinks to himself, is she even taking this seriously? So, you know, fast forward, she gets in the room. You know, you see, Shinpei like going in there with 2 plates, you know, to go eat. And
was she laying on the bed all sexy like?
No. No, she is still in her swimsuit, by the way. You know, she's still in the swimsuit that she died in, whatever. You know, so he's sitting there going to his room with, you know, 2 plates of curry, and Mio's just like, why do you have 2 plates? Like, I'm just really hungry. Don't mind me.
Has that ever worked in the series?
It worked here.
Okay.
You know, goes in there, you know, and in this moment, like, you know, Urshiro is like, when he walks in, Urshiro's doing like a little happy dance for curry. Just like, Shinpei's curry, yeah. And he's sitting there, he's like, this is so weird. She's a shadow, but everything about her screams Urshiro. You know what I mean? Like that's Urshiro's happy dance that she used to make years ago. It's like, this is weird. So she's sitting there, and they're eating the curry and kind of talking, and you see that in his shorts, he has a knife, and he's slowly kind of pulling it out because his mindset is like, shadow is like, guard is down. I could easily just stab the shadow and kill her, because he even kind of tests it where he pokes the shadow. And she's like, that tickled. What are you doing? So he's like, okay, yeah, I can do it. I can kill her right now. I can fucking do it. He doesn't do it, naturally, you know, because it seems like it's her so much hardcore, right? And then, you know, they finish kind of eating whatever. Mio comes to check on him. She goes and jumps in the beds and hide. And Mio kind of comes in and says, I'm doing dishes. Just coming to get your stuff. And she's like, why did you have 2 spoons as well? And 2 cups. He's like, and Shinpei's like, I mean, doesn't everyone do that? That's totally normal, right? She's like, I guess, yeah, sure, whatever. Just lets it go.
You're a city boy now. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like, whatever. He's like, I'll take care of it. No big deal. You know, so she, you know, Mio leaves, whatever. You know, he's sitting there, you know, Ursho kind of popping out of the covers again. They're kind of chatting. And another just hilarious moment right before we get to the good shit, right before we get to the action. But it was a hilarious moment where, without knocking, Mio just walks back in. And you see Shinpei like try to cover Ursho's face and just has like that shocked animation face, and he just yells out "Fat Joy!" like just freaking out. And he's like, Mio, just come in and knock next time, please. You know, Ursho's back to being hidden, and that's when he noticed that Mio is wearing like her school outfit, not what she was just wearing. He's just like, oh fuck, this is the shadow. And the shadow immediately tries to go stab him. Ursho jumps in the way. We start getting a fight between them. You know, Mio, the shadow, Mio kind of just like, you know, starts talking to her. She's like, why are you a traitor? Why are you doing this? Kind of stabs her shadow. You see her arm just like gets like split, like almost like just cut in half, basically. Like, it really, like, just like, just kind of splits off. You see, you know, the shadow get kind of fucked up. You know, Shinpei kind of is backed up against the window. He just pulls the blinds back, because while all this is happening, you know, Hizuru, that was her name. Hizuru is nearby. Same thing with the old man with a sniper rifle. They're watching, because they were expecting Mio to be standing up out in front of the house, right? Because that's what happened in 2 previous loops. Yeah. But since in this loop, they already killed the little girl before, the shadows are like communicating, essentially. Okay, so this loop's already going to be different because she's not standing up front. She comes in the house. So he pulls the blinds back to kind of open up, like, hey, look what's happening, guys. And then he pulls out his knife. He's like, I'll take you on. Gets fucked up. But then, you know, boom, sniper shot into the room, you know, just completely blasts the shadow's head. And then Shinpei takes that moment to stab the shadow, kills Shadow Mio. So Shadow Mio is dead at this point.
Is everyone else in the house dead?
Nope, everyone else in the house is good. You see Hizuru comes in. I think it's the brother that's currently like in possession, because if you mess up from a couple weeks ago, Hizuru and her brother, who died to a shadow years ago, they both share the same body. It's Hizuru's body, but the brother can take over her personality and is like, think of it like a Yami Yugi thing, like a Adam and Yugi thing. Think of it like that in a way. Okay, that's essentially how I view it, at least. You know, so I think this is the brother at this point. I could be wrong, but she comes in about to fucking kill Urshiro, and Shinpei kind of jumps in the way. It's like, please don't. This one's different for some reason. Whatever, please don't. Leave it alone. You know, and then that's when, you know, Hizuru lets it go, because Hizuru's just like, okay, yeah, you are different. She kind of like, you know, she's still like, hey, I'm about to fuck this shadow up. You need to move, or I'm gonna fucking fuck you up too. But then there was kind of a moment where I think she asked the shadow a question or something like that, you know, because we already had a little bit of backstory when Hizuru lived on the island, and she even met Ursula when she was a little girl. So there was like a, you know, little moment kind of between them, just to kind of, I guess, kind of confirm, okay, this shadow's not actually really bad, but you are clearly a shadow kind of thing. So lets it go, lets her live. But then Hizuru's just like, well, if you're going to work with a shadow, we can't work with you. You know, just understand that it's just out of safety, you know, precautions, whatever. Kind of go their separate ways from there, but they're still going to kind of communicate a little bit, but it's kind of going their separate ways. That's when Shinpei wants to bring the male friend, his name is Sal, wants to bring him into the situation, give him the whole laydown. This was another kind of really just comedic moment for me in this episode where they go, because this is the part where the original loop, they go to the beach where Urshiro died, and he tells Shinpei the truth that, hey, well, yes, it's passed off that she drowned. She actually had strangle marks around her neck. I thought, we think that she was murdered. We're back at that point now. So he's telling Shinpei this. Obviously he doesn't know that Shinpei is a time traveler and all that bullshit, whatever. And he sits down. He's just like, so Shinpei, the truth about Urshiro is, and then you see Urshiro pop up from behind the shadow from a rock, and Urshiro's just like, so basically we think that I was murdered. And Shadow's just like, yeah, actually, we just think, what the fuck? And he starts freaking out, and Urshiro just kind of stands up. She's like, yo, and he just like completely freezes. It's like, oh fuck, all right, he's frozen. They kind of like kick him in the nuts or something to kind of wake him up, and then just kind of bring it. It's like, oh, this is a Shadow. She was murdered, whatever. And then I think this was I think it was Shinpei gave the Shadow, or it was Sal. It was Sal, because Sal had it. Sal had Urshiro's cell phone. And, Shinpei had already kind of messed with it before, couldn't do anything with it. Obviously, password protected, whatever, blah, blah, didn't know the password. So Urshiro just unlocks it because of Thumb ID. And just kind of going through it and find a video. Episode ends there. Fast forward to 9. 9 was an interesting episode because this episode really focused on how Urshiro's shadow came to be. But there's still some more questions that I'm assuming, as the show has done well so far, has continued to answer questions as we get further. So the big question out of this episode is how Urshiro's shadow still became totally normal. You know what I mean? Where it's not a possessed fucking shadow and it's corrupted, as the other shadow says, like, oh, you're a corrupted shadow. You're messed up. You're malfunctioning, whatever. Because, it starts off with them playing the video, which is the video was dated the day Urshiro died. And in the video, you got both of them. You have the original Urshirow and the Shadow Urshirow. And the Shadow Urshirow is still completely normal. Like they're buddy-buddy, best friends.
All right.
Yeah, kind of going back and forth, having like a nice little moment. The IRL Urshirow is telling Shinpei that, hey, if you're watching this, I'm probably dead. And I'm assuming my shadow is standing right beside you because only me and her can unlock this phone. Here's kind of what's happening. Blah, 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 blah. It's just like, you can totally trust her, though, because she is me. You can, and then you kind of get the backstory. You see the day that she, leading up to when she died, when they're at the beach, and, you see the shadow created, which, we kind of got a glimpse of that earlier on. It's that brief little moment. That scene already happened. We got to see where, Mio and Urshiro turn, and you see another Urshiro standing on a rock. And, we've already seen that. But now it's the follow-up for it, where Urshiro tried to follow it, couldn't follow it, got away, whatever. They go home after cleaning the beach. Good, successful day, everyone. Great job. They're going to go take a shower. Mio goes to take a shower first. And when Ursula went to go take a shower, she opens the shower. Shadow's just sitting there. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? They start fighting a little bit, whatever, because, the real Ursula is trying to scream for help, steps on the shadow, finds out the weakness there. And literally from the get-go, this Urshirow shadow is normal and is just like Urshirow. Now, granted, this episode does not explain how that happened other than, oh, you're corrupted. But I'm assuming later on it'll get explained because this show has done a pretty good job explaining everything as we're going and breaking it down at some point. So for the rest of this episode, you basically get to see the collab between the two of them, where at first they're like, the real Urshirow is like, hey, we're going to work together, but hey, fuck off. Because in this episode, you see that little girl, Shiori, or whatever her name is, she's still alive at this point. And she actually already mentioned to someone else about Shadow. She thought she saw her shadow, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Because this is an urban legend on the island. And, Urshirow didn't really think anything of it until, hey, now I have a shadow. Oh, fuck, you're telling the truth. Okay, I'm going to protect you. So that's when they start trying to go on some, get some information, basically. Try to go around, go up like that temple and stuff. They end up battling another shadow. In this moment, you see the Shadow Urshirow really start to utilize her actual, abilities. Because at this moment, the Shadow Urshirow believes that she's actually Urshirow. Like, she believes that she's real. She doesn't realize she's a shadow until she's in this fight and, like, her shadow gets, like, cut or something, and her arm gets, like, cut the fuck off. It was her leg. Her leg got, like, cut off in this fight. And that's when she starts to realize, oh, in this moment, I'm now realizing that I'm not alive. I'm not truly alive. I am a shadow. And she's like, this body that's in the real world, this is not my real body. This body is only here to protect my main body, being the shadow. And she actually starts utilizing her powers as a shadow, doing some kick-ass things, and end up killing that shadow. And at that moment, the other Urshro, the real one's just like, it was a moment where she's like, that was so cool. And then became friends after that. And then, then it brings you to the day of her death. So you actually got to see how Urshro actually died. So it was in this moment where it's like, they knew that little girl was being hunted by her shadow, and they're trying to watch out for her, trying to be there for her, whatever. So like, Urshro has like this necklace, and the necklace has already been like handed off to Shinpei at one point in the original loop. Like, oh, here's Urshro's necklace. She had it when she died, whatever, blah, blah. The shadow turned into the necklace. So that, it's real Urshro with the shadow Urshro as a necklace as they're on the beach, because the shadows they have multiple shapeshifting abilities. So they're waiting for the shadows to kind of attack, right? They're kind of doing their thing. A couple people need to go leave because another little girl's got to poop, so got to go poop. And then when she turns back around, the other little girl in question, Shiroi or whatever, is gone. It's like, where the fuck she go? And they see out in the water, you see splashing, whatever. It's like, oh, I got this. Don't worry, guys. Everyone's trying to run out there, and Ursula's like, everyone stay here. I've got this. And then when they go jump into the water, you see the shadow version of the little girl pulling the other little girl down into the depths of the water. You see the shadow Urshro pop out, start a nice little fight underwater and stuff. And you do get to actually see how Urshro does die, where it's just like, trying to save the original little girl. The real Urshro tries to pull the other shadow down, like, here, take her to safety, take her, like, willing to just like sacrifice herself essentially. And you see her getting strangled down into the water slowly but surely, while the shadow is getting away with the shadow Urshro is getting away with the actual girl. But wasn't fast enough. Shadow little girl kills real Urshro. Shadow little girl comes up to the other shadow, just like, why are you corrupted? Why are you fucked up? And starts like doing some weird shadow things, fucking with her memories. Because at this point, every interaction with the shadow Urshro, she doesn't remember what happened on that original day at all. So, whenever the shadow little girl started fucking with the other shadow, it kind of just like fucked with the memories of it. It's just like, I can't kill you. You're kind of too strong for me, but I'm going to at least do this so you don't remember any of this shit. So, like, she loses her original form. She's back into a complete shadow form, like the black gooey form, whatever it looks like, whatever. Okay. Just kind of falling to the bottom of the lake as well, while the shadow little girl kills the original little girl. So all for naught, everyone fails. The shadow Urshro is like devastated because the original Urshro died. Little girl died too. Complete flop of a mission, right? Because like, I should also add, because I'm so amazing at explaining everything, I'm so incredible at it, because I missed one very key detail. So I got to back up just a little bit. I apologize. How we're even seeing all this is not just like general anime flashback, Like, we're actually viewing this almost like a movie, essentially. Because once Urshro watched that video, the shadow, right, and she's like starting to get some memories back, she's like, okay, I remember this. Like this is coming back to me. She can basically get, Sao and Shinpei both. They all kind of do like a nice little like, oh, we're all friends. Like, oh, friendship is magic thing. And basically is able to project her memories for them. So they're viewing it like a movie. I meant to include that earlier. I'm great at explaining
Gotcha.
things. I'm so incredible at it. I'm a 10 out of 10. So they're all getting to view this in real time, essentially. The Shadow Urshro is reviewing it. The Shadow Urshro even makes a comment where it's just like, when, like, for example, when the little girl was taken, Shadow, they're just like, whoa, we didn't even see the shadow. It's like, what the hell? And even Shadow Urshro, the one viewing it, it's just like, yeah, because I didn't see it. These memories, I can't see what no one saw. You know what I mean? So like when they're being able to use this ability to see the memories of shadows and stuff, it's literally only what they were able to see. They can't just magically survey an area, or something. How this ends is like when they're coming out of, they're back up on the beach, whatever, whenever Urshiro's body was rescued, because, that Sao in the memory went to pull her body out of the ocean, whatever. The little girl's back up on the beach as well. They're trying to, resuscitate them. There we go. Was trying to kind of bring them back, whatever. And they're watching this and the memory is about to end. And then do you remember when I talked about the episode where all the shit went down, like up on the mountain, everyone died?
Vaguely.
Okay, so for that, there was that strange, like little girl spirit that was up in the sky, she makes her reappearance here because whenever all that happened, like when that character was introduced, where it's like she's like, I guess, like the creator of the shadows and the actual antagonist, and like Shinpei's blue eye that can time travel is actually her eye. She makes a reappearance in a very interesting way where it's like, keep in mind, we're viewing this memory. Okay, we are viewing a memory of what happened, and then it's like the little girl. The little girl they rescued is the shadow, right? It's like that shadow became that spirit girl, but in real time. Where like she reached out and grabbed Shinpei, who's like supposed to be viewing this, and Shinpei's like, "Hey, Urshro, this is supposed to be a memory, right? Like they shouldn't be able to grab me, right?" And the girl's like, I've been looking for you. I found you now, bitch." Memory comes to a close, and he's got like this vicious black mark on his arm. So somehow this leader of the shadows, the creator of the head honcho shadow, whatever, is apparently able to kind of dig into that memory somehow. I don't know. Get to explain that more later.
I assume a hive mind setup.
Yeah, some sort of hive mind setup or something along the lines. Now, once again, I'm terrible at explaining things. It's all just a jumbled mess, but I got to stress this anime is so good, and I recommend everyone to watch it. I genuinely really am enjoying this show so much. To the point I want to go read the manga now. Like, pretty hardcore. I want to go read the manga because, dude, I'm having a great time watching. Again, I know I'm bad at explaining things, and I apologize. It's just how I am as a person. I need to start taking notes again. We need to get back to notes. I need to get back to notes. But, no, I mean, it is really good. I do think that you would genuinely enjoy this series.
Maybe one day.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I do think you would enjoy it, though. I feel like this series is one that you would greatly enjoy.
I mean, I probably would.
But you won't watch it.
Not at this time, no.
I fucking hate this guy.
You left me with Dragon Quest.
I mean, that's fair. I did. I did, yeah. Favorite episode of the week?
I actually don't know.
Summertime episode 8 for me. Since I did watch it this week. I know it was last week's episode, but
I guess I'd have to go with Tomodachi.
that was a close second for me. All right, let's get into manga ratings. One Piece, 1052. I'd give it an 8, but I feel like the next chapter is going to be a solid 9.
When's it actually going on its hiatus?
Oh, yeah, it is going on a 1 month hiatus, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it? Do we know yet?
Yeah, there was a date, but I forgot when it was.
Okay.
It's coming up, though. Yeah, it is going on a 1 month hiatus to prepare for the final arc. But yeah, I'd give this one an 8. Next chapter, I feel like it's going to probably be a 9. Next chapter's going to have some funny shit. My Hero was on a break this week. JJK 187. I still have not caught up. I just don't care.
I still don't know what the fuck's going on.
That makes sense.
I think it's 6.
Think it's 6? Okay. Mishio's Gore Family, 133. I'd give this one an 8. Unluck 114. Probably an 8 as well. This is a good. I enjoy some good backstories. Mashle 111. I didn't read this one.
I'll get a 7. Did you read last week's episode?
Nope. I think I'm like 3 chapters behind.
More or less, the Visionaries are starting to go toe to toe with the different siblings.
Oh, okay. Sakamoto Days 74.
I'll give it a 9.
I loved that ending so much.
Fucking gender bender Sakamoto.
Yep. I give it a 9 as well. Elusive Samurai 66. Did not read it for me.
I'll give it an 8.
Blue Box 56.
7.
Yeah, I give it a 7 as well. P6 36. A lot of 6s.
7.
Akane-Banashi 17. Banashi.
I'll give it an 8.
Let's see. Spy Family 63.
7.
7 as well. Kaiju 64.
That didn't come out this week. Is that last week's episode? I think it's last week's chapter.
That might have been last week's, yeah.
I mean, I'd still give it an 8.
8 as well. Dandadan, still got to catch up on. Tokyo, Eden's, and 7 Deadly. I didn't read any of them. My bad.
So Tokyo, I'll give a 7. Eden's, I did not read, so.
Okay. Neither of us still caught up and got to high school. Unordinary 263.
8.
Give this one a 9. True Beauty 210. I'd give this one an 7. Weak Hero 194.
9.
9 as well. Eleceed 173.
9.
Let's Play 168. I would give this one probably. Actually, no. I'm giving this one probably a 9 easily because I have to share this. This is funny. Okay, so reading this chapter, I was getting hard flashbacks of this amazing story.
Okay.
This amazing story with one of our friends. And you know the story, and out of respect for said friend, I will not say said friend's name. But an amazing story that we used and still use to this day to meme on said friend. This was when said friend...
Is it the potato?
It is not the potato.
Is it the $5?
It's not the $5.
Okay.
Both good guesses, though. So this is when said friend was getting sexually active for the first time. And...
Okay.
And said friend went to go buy condoms for the first time. And going to buy condoms for the first time, said friend panicked and went and bought Legos instead and walked out with no condoms. So from that point forward, we referred to condoms as Legos because of this story. And this chapter gave me such hardcore vibes of that because, like, I can't remember her name, but Marshall's ex-girlfriend is like kind of taking Sam under her wing. Like, I'm gonna teach you how to really woo your man. You know what I mean? So, you know, and so she's like, keep condoms on you at all times, at your house, in your purse. You never know when you're gonna need them. So Sam, who's horribly socially awkward, mind you, and just getting into the sex game. She only had sex like I think once or twice at this point. Okay, and she's like probably like our age, like 27, 28, whatever. So she's going to buy condoms, just, you know, following, you know, Marshall's ex-girlfriend's advice. So she's in the store. She walks to the condom area. She's like, gosh, there's so many. I don't know what to get. And she's like, there's flavors? Why are there flavors? Why would there be flavors? And she's like she's like thinking about Charles's dick where she's like, I don't know what to get. She's kind of looking at it. And then she starts like, I feel like everyone's watching me. And there's like a shot of everyone like, what is she doing? There's a guy that walks in who's like, hey, could you use some help? You know, picking something out. And just this whole sequence, I just thought of this said friend trying to go buy condoms for the first time.
You know,
panicking and buying Legos.
You know, for that chapter though, I mean, I don't know. I just in real world experience, I don't think anyone's ever cared anytime I've gone and grabbed those. So, I mean, I feel like it's dramatized for the chapter, but I feel like there are real moments like that in life.
I guarantee you.
I bet there is.
Because said friend is an example.
Because it's just one of those things that blows my mind. It's just like, why is this a thing? But I guess anxiety and stuff, I guess so.
Just hilarious. So I'm giving this chapter an easy 9 because of that. Sub-Zero, 141. I'd give this one an 8. Pretty solid chapter. Down to Earth, 101. I'd give this one a 7. Suit Armor still on its break. Reunion, chapter 18. I'd give this one an 8 as well. Favorite chapter of the week.
Sakamoto.
That's fair. Sakamoto was solid. I would say probably unOrdinary, man. This shit is popping off. I'm really enjoying this right now. I think that's like 2-3 weeks in a row for me for unOrdinary.
Yeah.
I've been really digging what's going on right now.
I mean, it's been going strong.
All right, well, that is the episode. We originally were going to take a break next week, but we're not going to. We're going to come back because a lot of the shows are ending. So we're going to kind of wrap up these shows beautifully, heading into a
summer season.
Fuck me summer, basically. I'll have to figure something out. The sad part is my default. I was going to fall back on One Piece because all the hype shit's happening. So I was like, yeah, I'll watch One Piece. You know, that'll carry me for a little while. And I told Josh that. Josh was like, oh, heads up, bud. It's about to go into filler for the movie. I'm like, damn it. It's like, I can't win.
No win for you.
So I got to figure something out for this. I mean, hopefully, I'm going to watch at least the first episodes for multiple shows, but I just don't think anything's going to grab me.
I really would say take a look at Classroom of the Elite, the first season.
Yeah, what is it on Crunchyroll?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I may check it out. We'll see. We'll see if it grabs me. All right. Well, I think that'll do it. Hit the music. We'll get out of here. Zach, last thoughts.
Like, comment, subscribe, rate, whatever your platform allows. It does help. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can hit the subscribe button. Help us build that community. It definitely helps us out. And if you want to know anytime we upload anything, you can hit that bell, and your YouTube will let you know. Thank you. Bye. Do everything that he said and more. Go check us out at our website, sparky3.com. You can sign up for free or $5 a month. Your choice. Definitely appreciate that support there. As well, go check out the merch store, sparky3shop.com. Join the Discord, link down in the description below. Contact with us. Have a great time there. And check out the other shows like Game Static, A Terrible Football Show, talk about movie stuff, and Spark Bart. That said, until next time, guys, have a good one. See ya.